These were supposed to be over easy eggs on bread, but my pan kind of chewed them up, so this is breakfast.
Hello friends, family, total strangers. Tonight's video is going to be on how to achieve your dreams. And for me, I should note that living in a van wasn't my dream. I did not dream about living in a van. I dreamed about traveling full-time, being a full-time traveler and having just complete freedom to travel whenever I want, however long I want. And I haven't quite reached that goal yet, but I'm getting there. But that's really what this is about. It's about setting goals. And I think that's, in order to become a doer and not just a dreamer, setting goals and then having a plan to make those goals happen is really what it's all about. And, you know, we all have obstacles in our lives. We all have things we gotta get around, and we all have mountains to climb. And this weekend, my mountain just happened to be an actual mountain. So I'm going to show you footage of that hike, and then we'll get more into the subject. Stop it, Matt. Wyoming Peak, there it is. This is the remnants of a fire tower, lookout tower. The views up here are pretty spectacular. This is about 11,300 feet, and it's in the Wyoming mountain range, looking out at the Wyoming mountain range and the Salt River range. Pretty spectacular stuff. But yeah, so to take you back in time to about 2009, I was 33 years old, and I was not a very confident person. And yeah, I mean, I had never really set out to accomplish anything, and I had therefore not accomplished anything. And I was kind of overweight at the time. You know, my weight's gone up and down over the years, and I decided to lose weight, so I lost weight. And then a friend of mine wanted to do the P90X system and wanted somebody to do it with, and so I did that. I did P90X with him. It's a 90-day program, intensive workout, like at least an hour and a half a day, 6 days a week, pretty hard stuff. But I did it. And that was the first time in my life that I really set out to do something hard and accomplished it. And it was kind of a major turning point for me. And so yeah, that's what I guess I want to talk about, is just you're never going to achieve what you want if you don't set goals and try, you know? So I'll probably finish this video in another spot, but yeah, it's pretty amazing up here. I don't know if you can see all the butterflies flying around me, but pretty awesome. Descent down the mountain. So I guess it should be noted that I did end up gaining all that weight back from the P90X over time, but it was still a really important turning point for me. So it just got me thinking about what else I could accomplish and what were my goals, what did I want out of my life. And eventually I just put it together that I didn't want to spend my life behind a desk. I didn't want to work 50 weeks out of the year with 2 weeks off, and I wanted to travel, I wanted to explore, I wanted to see, I wanted to do, I wanted to experience, I wanted to be out in the world, really. I didn't want to be stuck in one place. And over time I kind of figured out that the best venue for that, for me anyway, was van life. So once I decided to do it, I set a goal. I was about a year and a half. I decided in a year and a half I wanted to move into a van. I had a soft date of May 1st, 2016. And so I set out to make that happen. I started saving. I was saving about $1,000 a month. I was just saving as much as I possibly could, and you know, just really limiting my expenses as much as possible. I ended up living in a warehouse to help save money. And yeah, I was able to, I made it happen. I made it exactly that date happen. May 1st. I think April 30th was my first day on the road, so, of 2016. So yeah, setting goals and making it happen. If you want to be a van dweller, there's two types of people who want to live in a van. There's people who talk about it and people who set a goal. Make it happen. And I was always one of those talkers. I would always talk about stuff and never actually do it. And it's been a slow transition, but these days I am definitely now a doer. I do things, which is awesome. So yeah, if I have any advice for prospective van dwellers, it's to set a date, set a goal, and then work towards making it happen. And yeah, for me, like the major point was when I actually bought the van. About 2 months before I actually moved into it, I bought the van. And that was when it was like, okay, this is really happening. I'm really moving into a van. And it's been great for me ever since. And I think it's important to do soul searching and find out if living in a van is really going to work for you, because I would say most people it won't work for. It's just such a different lifestyle than living in a house and living in an apartment. Such a different lifestyle. So I'm going to do a future video on van life fantasy versus van life reality, which there is a huge difference. And so I'm not trying to talk anybody into moving into a van, but if you decide that you want to do it, then set a goal and make it happen. My advice. This is chili with cornbread on top. This was made in a Dutch oven. My friend Janice made it. Beautiful.
One pot meal.
Night with a Fire, number 2.
So, I'm not any sort of guru or anything. I don't have all the answers in life, but I will say, for me, what really worked for me was just sitting down and figuring out what I wanted out of my life. Figure out what you want, and then set a goal, and then create a plan to achieve it. And if you don't do those things, odds are your dreams are always going to stay as dreams. And maybe your dreams are too big to achieve. Maybe they are, but you won't know that until you've tried. So, you know, maybe you just can't climb that mountain. Maybe you don't have the skills to make it to the top, but maybe you do. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Thanks a bunch.